The Astana International Financial Center is becoming a major regional financial hub. Experts highly speak of the center's potential. They say that during its activities, the center has proven its effectiveness and demonstrated transparency of work. Achievements of last year open up good opportunities for further development of the financial center. The AFC works on the English law principles, taking into account the best practices of world financial centers. In total, today, more than 200 companies work in the EIFC. 20 of them provide legal assistance, particularly in dispute resolution and other legal issues.
Today,
the AIFC has created all the conditions, including the offices that are located at the expo. We are thinking of increasing from 200 to 250 companies by the end of this year. I think there are some big investment companies that will invest.
For the businesses in Kazakhstan, I think the main advantage of the AIFC is that it will attract a great deal of foreign investment.
The engineering industry is one of the most rapidly developing sectors in Kazakhstan. Last year, the volume of engineering production has increased by 14% compared to 2017, having reached 1.1 trillion tenge, and the value is expected to amount to 1.3 trillion tenge by the end of the year. In the past 3 years, the Kazakh government allocated more than 110 billion tenge for the development of the industry. Kazakhstan's Engineering Union and the Ministry of Industry and Infrastructural Development prepared a roadmap for the period between 2019 and 2024. The document addresses the ways to double the overall production volume.
Саясаты заңын қабылдаймыз. Ол заңның ішінде біз жалпы бизнесті қолдау тәсілдерін.
We intend to adopt a special law as part of this roadmap. It will reflect everything from measures to support business and its capabilities. It is common to have many programs that support the mechanical engineering industry. We intend to gather all this in one law, and we think that it will contribute to the business development.
Жалпы бизнесті ары қарай дамытуға үлкен үлесін қосатын болады деп ойлаймыз.
Farmers in Almaty started growing a new variety of French fries potato. The seeds were brought from the Netherlands and were planted together with other varieties for comparison. The farmers found out that despite the late ripening, the variety is more resistant to diseases and change of temperature. This variety requires special maintenance. Foreign specialists are involved to help grow the variety.
По периметру у нас установлено 2 метеостанции.
We have set up 2 meteorological stations in the area. They collect information using GPS and provide us with information about the timing and amount of watering. Previously, we used to water potatoes extensively, while the Dutch use a different approach, as they water the plants only when necessary. The farmers use about 60 cubic meters of artesian water per hour to water the potatoes. They believe that the fertile soil in Almaty will allow them to harvest 80 tons of potatoes per hectare.
The most important thing for that is salt. There is not too many salt in the soil. Second point is, this is a little bit more heavy soil, which makes it also that it can contain more water.
The Dutch variety is different from local potatoes due to its prolonged shape, which allows for fewer wastes during production. Harvesting is scheduled for September. Farmers from Almaty are planning to undergo certification and become the main seed suppliers of the Dutch variety. The national competition of startup projects took place in the capital with support of the foundation of the first president of Kazakhstan. This competition helps participants to achieve their goals and start a business. In total, 80 applications were submitted for the competition and 40 of them were selected.
Олар іріктеуден ары қартай конкурста өтіп жатыр. Ертең олар 10 финалист болып шығады. Және де осы 10 шыққан...
Following the results of the first day, 10 finalists were selected. Now, they will receive support from Seed Stars and the foundation of the first president of Kazakhstan. With the help of such contests, we contribute both to investment of projects and the business development.
Бизнес болатындай, оны біз инвестициялауға көмектесеміз.
This year, the competition was organized in the capital for the second time. The winner will head to the Seed Stars Regional Summit in Central and Eastern Europe and Central Asia. The winner will also have a 3-month growth program. The organizers will continue to support the promising teams. They said that the capital is becoming a center of new ideas for developing innovative projects.
12 seat spaces open in the transfer.
The national stage of the World Robot Olympiad took place in Dushanbe. Participants presented their modern engineering vision, which include new models that can be used to help people in everyday life. The topic of this year's Olympiad is Smart City. This is a very good topic. Children are exposed to very good modern and necessary tasks. Nigora and Shokhin are members of the junior team. Children aged 10 to 12 collide robot for passengers. The machine must take figures from point A and take them to point B. I expect we will succeed in the training lesson. Yesterday, we even won the first place among all 5 teams. The children had prepared for the Olympiad for 2 months. Each team had their own tasks. For example, one team had to make and program a robot that would fix problems in the power supply network. Both local teachers and internationally qualified judges evaluated the work of the children. A Kazakh language newspaper in Uzbekistan, Nur-Sultan, dedicated a number of articles to the Kazakh capital that celebrated its 21st anniversary. The newspaper included articles about Nur-Sultan's unique modern architectural design and its profound economic potential. Uzbek journalists also mentioned about the transition of capital in Kazakhstan and the Expo International Exhibition, which was successfully held in the city. Other important topics such as political reforms in Kazakhstan, as well as explanation and implementation of social programs were also featured in the publication. At the moment, the newspaper has about 33 million readers. The newspaper's articles promote the Kazakh culture, customs and traditions and contribute to the strengthening of friendship between the Kazakh and Uzbek people.
Газетimiz 4 бет болса, соның 4-ші беті әдеби бет, мәдени бетке арналған.
There is a page in our newspaper which is dedicated to literature and culture, where we publish articles about the Kazakh customs and traditions. We also include works by well-known Kazakh and Uzbek poets and writers in our issues. Beginning in 2019, we also publish songs and novels by Kazakh writers on a regular basis to mark the year of Kazakhstan in Uzbekistan.
Kazakhstan жылына орай биыл көп материалдар беріп жатырмыз, соның ішінде мына Nur-Sultan.
This year, we are publishing a lot of articles about the year of Kazakhstan in Uzbekistan. To mark the day of the Kazakh capital, we dedicated articles to the city of Nur-Sultan. I think that this is our contribution to the development of friendly relations between our countries.
Екі ел ынтымақтастығына өз үлесімізді қосамыз деп ойлаймын.
As part of the new humanitarian education, 100 new textbooks in Kazakh project, another 30 books will be translated in Almaty this year. More than 300 Kazakh specialists are involved in the project. Members of the National Bureau of Translations believe that the publications will help improve the quality of education and introduce international scientific terms in Kazakh. 48 books have been translated from English into Kazakh in 2 years. The works have been selected based on several criteria, as they should be part of the educational program of the world's 100 leading universities, republished at least 3 times and meet the modern requirements.
Қазірдің өзінде ұлттық аударма бюросының
The majority of the books are related to arts, particularly cinema and music. Since the start of the project, the Kazakh language has been improved as 10,000 loan words, terms and definitions were introduced.
ұғымдары, түсініктері, баламалары пайда болды. Бұл да үлкен жетістік деп ойлаймын.
An open-air archaeological park will be opened in Karagandy region. A unique step pyramid of the Begazi Dandibai culture, which was discovered 3 years ago, will become the park's main attraction. According to specialists, the ancient facility was constructed in the 15th century BC. At the moment, scientists continue conducting research works and excavations in the area. A burial mound with horses located around the grave was one of the most significant discoveries. We discovered 2 buried horses. The works have not been completed yet. After we finish the research, we will provide full and accurate information regarding the findings. I think that the research will yield positive results. We are planning to continue archaeological excavations next year. Our main goal is to construct an open-air park in this area. During the excavations, specialists discovered a number of important archaeological items which date back to various historical periods. Ceramic and bronze items as well as gold pendants were well preserved.
Нам еще предстоит, конечно, проанализировать все эти находки.
We will conduct analysis of all these findings in the nearest future. We need to form exact ideas in order to provide reasoning for our assumptions. I think that we will soon start conducting research works on the origin of civilization in Kazakhstan during the second half of the 2nd millennium BC. The findings are the proof of the high cultural development of the ancient steppe dwellers that used to inhabit the area of modern-day Karagandy region several thousand years ago. The area of the architectural site is about 10 hectares. A facility made of flat granite plates, which was used to conduct public events, was located in the center of the site. "100 unique exhibits personifying history of formation and development of the country's primary city were presented at an exhibition in the National Archive of Kazakhstan. The event is organized as part of the Day of the Capital celebration. The exhibits include archival documents and valuable historical publications from the collection of the National Center of Manuscripts and Rare Books and photo chronicles. Experts said that each sample reflects the rich chronicle of Nur-Sultan. It also demonstrates the chronicle of events related to the transfer of the capital from Almaty to Akmola at that time and vividly narrates the biggest international events held in recent years in the main city of the Republic."
Также есть документы, которые все мероприятия у нас проходили в нашей столице. Это ОБСЕ.
There are documents that show all the events which took place in our capital, including the OSCE, all the meetings of the SCO and the EAEC. All the documents will be shown at this exhibition. Overall, thanks to our capital, Kazakhstan is known to the whole world. Great international events take place here. We are open for our guests and young people.
Проходят большие международные мероприятия. Мы открыты сейчас для наших гостей, для молодежи.
The exclusive material of the exhibition is available to residents and guests of the capital until the end of July. Kazakh designers took part in the Fashion Hall show, which took place during the Berlin Fashion Week. Aydarkhan Kaliyev presented his Spring-Summer 2020 capsule collection. The famous Kazakh fashion designer is a regular participant of such events. He is known for his neo-folklore style. The European public highly spoke of the feminine costumes with a national twist. The audience gave a big applause. Fashionable women of Berlin also warmly welcomed the clothes of Alia Sagdi. The designer named her collection Kazakh Chanel. She took part in the Berlin Fashion Week for the first time. Her dresses and handbags decorated with Kazakh ornaments surprised the guests. The highlight of her collection was a unique wedding dress.
Берлин — это европейская столица. И, соответственно, вся модная жизнь как бы тоже.
Berlin is a European capital, and accordingly, all fashionable life take place here. This is a great opportunity to exchange the experience and find new friends for us, for Asian designers. My style is neo-folklore. This is a national dress endowed with the spirit of modernity. This style is very popular in Europe. I know the fashion tastes of people in Milan, Istanbul, and Amsterdam.
Я точно знаю, что нравится это Милану. Я точно знаю, что это нравится Стамбулу. Амстердаму.
Национальная одежда – это же огромный пласт культуры казахского народа, огромный. И если об этом узнают хотя бы частичку, да, в Европе, это...
National clothes are a huge part of the culture of Kazakhs. If one piece of this culture is known in Europe, I consider it very cool. I want people to know about Kazakhstan. We use a lot of national elements in the decor. There are traditional skull caps and modernized malachai. We even included our native Kazakh music with sounds of kubis and dombra.
Даже в музыке мы использовали нашу исконно такую казахскую музыку со звуками кобыза, домбры.
Modern Ethnic Music Festival, The Spirit of Eurasia, was held in the Kazakh capital. The event is a unique platform showcasing a variety of cultures. 13 music bands representing 14 countries has made a performance for the residents and visitors in the city. The live performances were accompanied by interactive films about the participating countries. The audience immersed themselves in the unique sounds and traditional instruments that were harmoniously combined with the modern electronic music.
Мы как организаторы постарались наводнить фестиваль в столице самым максимальным количеством коллективов, которые будут представлять сам вообще евразийский континент.
This year, as organizers, we did our best to attract as many music bands, which represent the Eurasian continent, as we could to the festival. In addition to our participants from Eurasia, there are also teams that represent the African continent. The Mokumba band from Zimbabwe was the highlight of our festival. There are no other team like them, not only in Kazakhstan and in our cities, but in the entire Central Asia as well.
Подобного коллектива не то что вот во всем Казахстане, но то что в наших городах, ну вообще в ближайшем, скажем так, центральном азиатском пространстве еще не было.
Біздің топ ашына 2017 жылдан бастап жұмыс жасап жатырмыз.
Our band has been giving concerts since 2017. There are our compositions and works of Kazakh composers in the repertoire. We perform different key. Our musical style can be characterized as the New Age.
Топтың жаңа айтып өткендей стилі New Age.
The musical show has become one of the most spectacular gifts for the day of the Kazakh capital. The festival was organized as part of the Youth Year in Kazakhstan. Famous ballet by Yury Grigorovich, The Legend of Love, was staged in Nur-Sultan. The three-act ballet, which is based on music by Arif Melikov, was premiered in the capital. The play is based on an ancient Persian legend which tells the love story between Queen Mehmene Banu and court artist Ferhat. The team of Astana Ballet has been preparing for the premiere for 5 months. A group of specialists from Russia was involved in the production, providing technical assistance to their Kazakh colleagues.
Какие-то живописные декорации делались в Москве, там декорации, костюмы.
Some landscape decorations and costumes were made in Moscow. However, the largest part of decorations was made here. There are difficult technical solutions involving various mechanisms in this production. Local specialists are outstanding professionals who worked wonderfully to provide technical support and properties for the performance.
Бутафорию, реквизит на очень высоком, хорошем профессиональном уровне.
207 costumes were created for the performance. The costumes are exact replicas of outfits created by the famous Simon Virsaladze for the first premiere of The Legend of Love in 1961. Every costume was made and embroidered by hand based on the original design.
Этот спектакль и костюмы имеют свои паспорта, в которых зафиксировано.
There are certain design certificates for the outfits for this performance, which include the color range and materials for each costume. It is absolutely impossible to change or modify the colors of the materials.
Даже цвет нитки в этих костюмах категорически невозможно.
The Legend of Love is an emotional and extremely vibrant play. Every scene is infused with dramatic events which unfold within the love triangle of Shirin, Ferhat and Mehmene Banu, who are ready to sacrifice a lot in order to protect their feelings.
Царица жертвует своей красотой ради здоровья и жизни своей сестренки.
The queen sacrifices her beauty for her younger sister to restore health and stay alive, and it is not easy for a woman to lose her beauty, and only few women would make a similar sacrifice. In order to interpret these events, I imagine the same feelings in front of the mirror. It is very devastating. The ballet is spectacular.
Зеркалу и тоже это воображала, это так страшно. Это, ну, не знаю, это такой зрелищный балет.